Hi folks, it's Ed with Ed and G's Farm, and I'm here to do a 3-month review on the Petmate chicken coop. I made some notes based on some feedback that we had received throughout these past few months based upon reactions from our first and second videos. The one where we built the coop and then the 2-month review, and I want to try to address as many of those as I can. All right, we've had this chicken coop since early March, and it is a Petmate Superior Construction do-it-yourself coop. We purchased it at Tractor Supply. The first little clarification I want to make is, as far as to clarify the term do-it-yourself. Okay, do-it-yourself could mean build it from scratch. I think in these terms what the manufacturer is simply meaning is they've done the hard part for you. All you got to do is screw it together. Do it yourself. I think that's what they're meaning here, but this is not, of course, a build from scratch chicken coop. This does come prefabbed, and all you have to do, and it is, as if you've watched the initial video, it is very simple. It's very simple. I put it together in under an hour. It was so fast I forgot to stop and show my progress. We initially installed, or I should say constructed, this chicken coop and placed it on our back porch. We have a fairly large back porch covered, and the chicks at that time were only a few weeks old, maybe even a week old when we bought them. So we wanted to put the chicken coop, of course we kept the chicks in the house with us in a box for the first few weeks, but after about 4 weeks, we moved the chicks out into the coop under the heat lamp when the weather started getting a little warmer here in central Kentucky. And that's where they have lived since. But so the coop was on the porch initially, and to take it apart and relocate it is simply a matter of removing 6 screws. And here's one of them. That's the second one, and at the bottom is the third. And then on the flip side of this, there's 3 more in the same location. So 6 screws, and the caged area comes loose from the coop area. I actually could move that by myself. I just stood inside of it, lifted my hands straight up, and kind of carried the caged area down off of the porch. Now the coop area, I needed help. I got my son to help me because it is a little heavier, and so that's how we moved that. So it is easy to relocate, but you will need 2 people. I will put the link in the description, and it should have the dimensions of this coop on there, okay? Now, I'm gonna address the thing about painting. All right, if I had it to do over with, look, I'm just bearing it all today. I am painfully honest. If I had it to do over with, I'd paint it. But I was too lazy. I'm an honest guy, and I was just too lazy. I did not feel like painting it, so I didn't. Now, so what does that cause? This wood is not treated, I don't think. So obviously it's not gonna last years if I don't do something to it. I don't think it's too late. But if I had it to do over with, I would paint it. So if you're getting this, if you're looking at this video and you are trying to consider whether or not you are going to get this coop for yourself, I will say first and foremost, I will recommend it, but then I would say I would recommend that you paint it. Now, what I want to make a note right here that I meant to do at the very beginning. We are not big time farmers at all, in the least, not even your wildest imagination. I might look like a big time farmer with the beard. Don't let it fool you. I'm just a retired Army vet, and I'm too lazy to shave. We're not big time farmers. These chickens are the only livestock that we own. We are torn as to whether or not we want to become farmers, or do we want to do some other things that we've had on our bucket list, like travel. And We have been doing some traveling. If you want to see that, check my other channel out, Adventures with Ed. And you can see our travels, recent travels to South Dakota, as well as some of my super fishing videos. Okay, so one thing to note too, and I don't think painting is going to help this situation, but these doors are going to swell, and they're going to contract, and they're going to swell with weather. And I'm not sure that even if you paint these, I'm not sure it's going to keep it from doing that. So just be aware that when it rains, these doors may get a little difficult to open and close, okay? As well as all doors, all the openings will expand and contract. That's the word I was searching for. They're going to expand and contract. Now, what I did is to keep the doors open because they kept wanting to close on their own. I put a little hook there on both doors, okay? Hope you can see that. But I put a hook on both doors so that way when I open the doors, they will stay open and the chickens can put themselves up at night. Now, a few of you asked, and I failed to mention it at the very beginning, that ramp, if I had it to do, if I was the one manufacturing this chicken coop, I would have not put it all the way far left. I would have put it in the center so that the ramp could end right there where the run starts, or the door, the opening. You know, the chickens actually don't have an issue getting up and down, but I just would like it better if it were located in the middle, and several of you have commented on that same thing. It is not too steep. Some of you have asked, is it too steep? It is not too steep. They do use it. I just think that they have located it in not the best place. And finally, I will say that on the box it says that 8 to 10 chickens are recommended for this coop. I am going to push back on that. I am going to say that in all reality, and Ellie and Ollie are coming to say hi, as well as Minnie the cat. All right. I'm gonna say that seriously, I don't recommend more than like 4 to 6 chickens in here. The box says 8 to 10. I'm gonna say 4 to 6. Now, if your chickens didn't grow, 8 to 10. But chickens grow and chickens get big. And when they get big, they need more space. Do I recommend this coop? Yes. If you are a small-time hobby farmer, if you only own chickens, if you just want to have 4 to 6 chickens to have some eggs, and you are not trying to be a big-time farmer, I'm telling you, this coop will do what you need to do. Now, if you are a big-time chicken farmer and you have dozens or hundreds of chickens, stay away from this coop. Stay away from this coop. You don't need it. Why are you wasting your time on this coop if you are that big of a chicken farmer? You don't need it. But I don't think that's what this coop was intended for, guys. Obviously. So if some of you guys are out there and you're slamming, saying that coop's a piece of crap, well, if you're trying to be a several dozen chickens farmer, then yes, it's going to be a piece of crap because it's not going to do what you need it to do. But if you need it to keep a couple of chickens quarantined away from the rest of them, yes, it's a good coop. I highly recommend this coop if you're that person, if you're like us. If you only have, we have 9 chickens, by the way. If you have that many chickens or less, you can get by with this coop. In fact, before we even bought this coop, before we even knew this coop existed, we kept noticing that a house not too far away from us had a coop outside. And geez, every time we drove by, all we could see was chickens inside of it. They were so big, and it was filling up every square inch, seemingly, of the coop. And lo and behold, as it turned out, it was this same coop. They have the same coop, and they seem like they have more chickens in it than we have in ours. But it's working for them. I'm sure there are some things that I could have covered But the bottom line is I still recommend it for you. Paint it. If I can get somebody to paint ours, I'm gonna do it. I don't like painting, to be honest with you. So I'm probably not gonna paint it. I got too much other stuff. But if I can get G to paint it, that would be cool. I'll see if I can get G to paint it. Yeah. All right, so that's my review on the chicken coop. Thanks for watching. Thank you for watching.